Now, today what I'm going to do is just to introduce the chord. We need to understand the chord. Like I got a question from the last video talking about primary chords, secondary chord, minor key, major keys. So I want to use this video to address such. Now, majorly in music, we have just 7 alphabets that we use. I said this in the first video. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. That is 7 alphabets that we use in music. Now, I will start with the primary chord. The primary chord. Primary chord. Now we have just 3 primary chords, and then the remaining 4 they are secondary chords. You have primary chords and secondary chords. However, which is 7, just like the 7 alphabets. I said A to what? To G. So the same with this. 7. 3 primary chords, 4 secondary chords, making what? 7. 3 plus 4, 7. Now, in identifying what is called primary chord and to identify the secondary chord, this is how you identify them. To identify a primary chord, otherwise, we have 3 primary chords. Chord 1, we have chord 4, and then we have chord 5. These are what? Our primary chords. So chord 1, chord 4, chord 5. These are what? Our primary chord. Chord 1, chord 4, chord 5. These are primary chord. Now, secondary chord, we have chord 2. Then we have chord 3. We have chord 6, and then chord 7. Now, but this chord 7 is not mostly used like that. So, although I'm going to address this in the course, so we call this one diminished. It's a diminished chord. Why is diminished? I'm going to explain that. First, now, the major, which is our primary chord, to identify, to know them, you just count 1, 2, that's 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see it? You get your third. From the first to the third, you count 5 or 4 steps. From here now, you now count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that? That's your third, major third. Now, from the third to the next, to the fifth that you are holding, you count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5, 4 to get your major or your primary chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that? Then to get the other one, you count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's chord 1. So the same thing with chord 4 and chord 5. That's why it's called primary chord. Now see your chord 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that? Now for the chord 5 as well, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that? Then 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that? These are primary chords, which is chord 1, chord 4, and chord 5. Now, for the secondary chord, chord 2, chord 3, chord 6, and 7, which is what are called a secondary chord. Now, chord 3 you count 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that? To get your third. So that's why it's also called minor third. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why you can also call it minor. So it's a minor third. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4. You get it? Then you also here now you now count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You now count 5. So you count 4, 5. Unlike the major where you count 5 before 4. Now on the minor, which is your secondary chord, you count what? You count 4 first, then before 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why it's called secondary chord. So the same with chord 3. You count 1, 2, 3, 4. You get your minor third. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that? Now that's your secondary chord or your minor chord. Now we now go to chord 6. So it's the same thing. You count 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that? You get your minor third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that? Now when it got this one, I call this one diminish, because you cannot get the same thing that you are getting when you are getting the minor or the major, like the primary chord 1, 4, and 5, where you are counting 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the major. Then for the minor, you are counting 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one we call it diminished because it does not work for that of the major nor the minor. So you call it diminished. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that you count 4 at first. Now, counting from here to get here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. First step, 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? It's not like the major where you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nor the minor where you count 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one is 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's why it's called a diminished chord. I hope you understand this. So see you in next lesson. Thank you. Please just let the question keep coming and we'll address them. Thank you very much. See you on next video.